and welcome to TLL Rent. If you have rented our lounger motorhome, which is the Swift Voyager 475, then this handover video is for you. Hello, my name's Steph and I'm going to take you on a walk around of the motorhome here, show you how everything works to ensure that you have an enjoyable and smooth time in our motorhome or camper van. So we'll start with the driver's side of this vehicle and show you all the compartments. So we'll start off with this one here. This is your electric hookup point. So there will be a cable within inside the van just in case of plugging in here and then plugging into the post at the campsite. This little compartment here then is just the outdoor shower hose outlet. The compartment below it then is your toilet cassette. So habitational key will open all the compartments on the outside of the vehicle. So just open it up, push in and drop down. So this is where all your toilet waste will go. To empty this, you need to lift the blue lever up and then just gently pull the cassette out. I'll show you what you need to do inside before removing this. So when you have it out, black water disposal then at the campsite, turn the nozzle, unscrew the cap, and then you can just empty it out. Okay. Then we always recommend that you could just give it a wee wash out as well. Screw the cap back on, swing that back round, up, and then gently back inside. We do ask that you clean this out for us on return, just for health and safety reasons. So gas then, again habitational key, open your locks, just push. So we'll give you 2 full tanks of gas before you leave. During your journey then, if you think you're going to need additional gas, it can be topped up here. So it's a good idea to Google ahead just to make sure that the local petrol stations around the area that you're going to be has the LPG system available. So just in case of unscrewing, connect the hose in there and pump the gas until your tanks are full again. There's little gauges on the top of each tank, green, yellow and red. So when you're down the yellow and the red, then you'll know that you'll need to top it up. So whenever you are parked up at your campsite or wherever you're parking up overnight and you're going to use your gas, switch both tanks on, and then before travel, make sure you turn both tanks back off again. Then just close up your compartment and again lock it. So just round the back of the vehicle then, rear view camera. Most of our vehicles do have a rear view camera. This particular lounger does not have a bike rack on it at the moment, but we will show you the bike rack on another lounger. So it's just an example of one of the bike racks on the lounger vehicle. So just a case of unhooking it, drop it down, slide your bike in. There's little ratchet straps here to attach it onto the tyres, and then there are lockable bars. So just around the passenger side of the vehicle then, we'll show you the compartments here. So this first one at the back is your water. This is where you will top up if you do run out of fresh water. Just works like a fuel cap. Unlock and then back in. I think it's already locked in. Next compartment here is just for storage. So it's just saying there, flat hose there for topping up, and a little outdoor hose, and then you have your electric hookup cable as well for using at campsites. So next compartment then beside the habitational door is the outdoor gas barbecue point. Fuel tank. So we'll give you a full tank of diesel. Whenever you are returning the vehicle, we ask that you top it back up again for us. So to access the diesel point, you need to open the passenger's door and then pull this open. There's nothing to unscrew. Your diesel nozzle just goes straight into the hole there. And the same for AdBlue at the bottom if you need to top up the AdBlue. We'll have this all topped up for you. So as I said, on return, you don't need to worry about the gas or the water or the AdBlue. You just need to bring it back full of diesel. Close the compartment back over and close your door. So inside of the vehicle then, we'll start with the front cab. Manual, 6-speed gearbox on this vehicle. Reverse gear for this one, you have to lift up, across and up. Okay. Over to the driver's door here, you have your buttons to control your windows, and just beside this then you have the control panel for your wing mirrors, both sides. Lights are over here as well, and then you have your wipers, your indicators. You do have cruise control, etc. on this vehicle. Your main unit here is all touch screen, USB points and 12 volt. Connect your phone, then hopefully your Apple CarPlay or your Android Auto will show up on this. So your electronic handbrake in this particular model, there are some of the vehicles that do have a normal lever handbrake as well. So at night time, when you're ready to go to bed, we recommend that you do not use the key to lock the vehicle. Use the button here on the driver's door. That will lock the vehicle from the outside, but it will not activate the internal sensors. So at night time then as well, blinds. So the front of the vehicle, each door, there's a little lever there, pull that out, and then you just lift this up. So these are quite flimsy, they're quite papery, so just be careful with them. They will just come up and slot into place and drop down into the little hook in the door. And then the front is a case of just lift this up, come up behind the mirror, and then these will lock up into place at the top. And then back down again for daytime. Slides back in. So all our vehicles come with a sticker on it showing the height, the width, the weight and the length of the vehicle. They also will come with e-flow tags. This will be for the toll roads in Dublin. So you just pull up to the toll bridge and the barrier should lift. If it doesn't lift, just pay it and we'll sort that out at the end. So the blinds at the front of this vehicle just pop out from the window and lift up. Now these are quite flimsy, they're like paper, so just be gentle with them. They go up and just drop in there for nighttime, and the front one, 2 grab handles, and that just pulls up, so it'll come up to here or it will come right up and hook in at the top there for nighttime. So swivel seats, at the front there's 2 levers. Pull the seat forward and then the second lever pulls towards the middle of the vehicle and then just spin your chair around. Obviously, when you are driving, this seat must be facing forward for legal reasons. Again, grab the bar, pull it back, and just spin your seat back into place. So, TV in this vehicle, usually in the drawer beneath it you'll find the remote control. It will be tuned for the north of Ireland. If you are going into the south, you will just need to retune it again there. It's normally kept in the wee drawer. So again, loads of storage in this van, and just in this drawer here there is a fire blanket, first aid kit, a warning triangle and a high-vis jacket. In this little booklet there's loads of information there on the bits and pieces within the van, the cooker, the TV, etc. You'll also find this is a list of emergency telephone numbers should you need them. Hopefully you won't. So this vehicle is a Ford chassis, so anything to do with the mechanical side of the vehicle, there's a number there for Ford UK and Ford European breakdown. Any issues with the back end of the vehicle, you can contact us at the office Monday to Friday 9 to 5, or out of hours there is a WhatsApp telephone number there. If you send a message, somebody will get back to you. Okay, so front part of the vehicle again here, you have a couple of little spotlights there, 3 pin plugs. They will only work if you're hooked up to the electric posts at a campsite. They will not work off your leisure battery if you're wild camping. So as I said, this is Explorer 5 berth. So I'm just going to take you on a guided tour around the beds. First bed up here, it is on hydraulic, so just in case I pull it down and let it rest. There will be a ladder stored up there. So it just hooks in, and then you have access up to a double bed. There are blinds up there and there's a little light up there as well. So during the day then, ladder off, ladder up, and push up out of the way. So this also converts into another bed, just a smaller bed, so probably suitable for a child. So it is a case, put the leg up, table off, and then just below the seat pads, just move your seat pads together, and there's probably some additional seat pads in the garage. So like I said, lots of storage in this van. Push in and lift up, and plenty there. So just around into the kitchen again, loads of storage, just in case, pushing the drawer buttons in, and then they slide out. Cutlery drawer, and then just some bigger drawers underneath. your sink and your gas cooker. So your gas cooker then, like any standard gas cooker, push in, turn and pilot light, and that will get your gas going. Might take a few goes initially just to get the gas through the system with the pilot light. And you have your little grilling oven there as well. So if you are cooking, we do recommend that you don't close the glass until everything's cooled down. This particular cooker has 3 gas and 1 electric hob. Your little windows at the front here then, they just lift up and push out, and then you have night blinds, pull up, and fly screens during the day if your window. Okay, so the main control panel of the vehicle, whenever you come into your van then, that's the on and off button. So just turn it on. That gets everything going. So at the moment the battery's a bit low on it. So the first button here is the winter button. Don't really need to worry about that. So this one here is your water pump. If you find you have no water coming out of your taps, it's maybe because you haven't got your pump on. So you just turn your water pump on and then everything should work fine. This one is your levels button. So this will show you the level of your batteries and your water and your grey water. So if you just touch that there, at the moment it's showing leisure battery is almost empty and your freshwater tank is empty. Your grey is also empty at the moment, but during your travels, as this is coming down, this one here will start to fill up, and then you'll know top up and empty at the same time. This one here is a little awning light for outside at night time. Internal lights, and the one at the top there is the awning light, because you can just see the little green light on there and you'll know it's on, and then you can turn it off. And then again for travelling, everything off. So the heating controls then in the vehicle. Through my heating system, just push the button to activate it, to wake it up. So whatever's flashing is the mode that we're going to be working with. So the first one there is a little van. So this is going to be for your heating. So push the button in, and at the moment the heating's off. So you can just turn the wheel up to whatever temperature you want and push the button again, and that will initiate it. So it's going to start looking for the gas then at the moment to fire the heating up. Again, you can turn it back off. Just push the button. So turn the wheel then. Next one is the hot water. So at the moment it's off. Economical mode would be sort of 10-12 degrees, suitable for your dishes, washing your hands. And then hot mode would be for your shower. So again, just a case of pushing the button, and again it's going to start looking for the gas to heat your hot water. So again, we'll just turn it off. And then the next one is the source. So your gas, you can mix between gas and electric, or you can go full electric for your heating and your hot water, depending on where you're staying. And again, you would just enter in then, and the van will run off the gas or whatever one you choose. And the fourth one then is just a vent. So at the moment the vents are off, you go into it, and then you can just turn up to whatever speed you want the air to be circulating around the van. That's you. So again, just a quick run through. Whatever one's flashing is the one we're working on. It's your heating, your hot water, your source of how you're heating your van and your water, and your fan. So the fridge in this van is dual opening, so it will open from the kitchen side and it will open from the bed side, and you have a little storage freezer compartment in there as well. This particular fridge then will run off the battery, the gas or the electric depending. So whenever we rent them out to you, we will set it on automatic, so it will automatically find its own source, and there's a little temperature gauge there as well. So the bathroom in this vehicle then, just a little pull around door, and you have your toilet, your sink and your shower. So as I said, we'll give you a bottle of toilet chemical with every rental. So the toilet itself then, obviously not enough knee space there for anybody to sit, so the seat itself does spin. So initially whenever you open the toilet, there is a disc underneath there. That is the top of the toilet tank outside. So you must open the toilet tank before you use the toilet. Once you're done, flush, and then just close it back over again. That just sort of keeps any smells coming back up through, and it's also good practice because that must be closed before you remove that tank. There is a little button up there to flush, and there will be an indicator on it to let you know whenever your tank is nearly full. Your sink then will just fold down and fold back up out of the way for whenever you're using the shower, and just your shower head up top, and there's a little window up there as well to let the steam out. So all the vans will come with a carbon monoxide alarm, smoke alarm, fire blanket, and just down in the corner there is a fire extinguisher. So the back bed then in this lounger vehicle, we'll get rid of the lovely pillows. So this converts into a double bed, and the way this one works is just lift up slightly, pull out and drop the legs down. And again, same on the other side, lift up slightly, pull out, drop the legs, and that is your double bed. So then you would just manipulate your seats, flatten them down, and you would lie horizontally across the vehicle. So to put this bed back together, just a case of lifting the cushions, sliding them back in, and then the frames slide back in as well. So again, lift up, drop the legs in, and drop it in and down. And same on this side. Up, legs in and down. Beautiful. So if you're interested in renting this particular vehicle or anything else on our rental fleet, please don't hesitate to contact myself or Sarah on 02892 693 999. Option 2 will put you straight through to rental. Or alternatively, you can get us on the website, which is www.thompsonleisure.com. Thank you for watching.